So, because I've got some time in between now and when Wizardom and Arcos 2 release, I've dug into the early 90s FPS catalog and pulled out Wolfenstein 3D, which I have definitely said in the past that I've debated streaming this, and I always worried it would get too samey too quickly. But, like, I've streamed all 6 episodes of Blake Stone, for crying out loud. My immediate thought is, we'll at least do the first 3 episodes of this. Episodes 4 through 6 are technically a prequel, and I think the level design goes a little off the rails in those, so we might skip those. But, one thing that I have always been interested to come back to in particular is Spear of Destiny, actually, because I know I saw my dad play that, but I'm not sure how much of it I ever played. So we've got, I think, 2 full weekends before either of the games that I'm hoping to play next come out. So we might actually have time for at least the 3 episodes, and maybe some or all of Spear of Destiny. We'll see what we get to. But this is really, like, I think I feel more nostalgia for this than for Doom, because, like, you know, I see the title screen for this come up, I see the deep red menu, which I just happen to have picked a shirt that matches, today, and, like, the title music and the menu music just immediately bring me back to the 90s, like, even more so than, you know, Doom E1M1, which is also pretty damned iconic. But this, of course, was id Software's first FPS release. Their first big project was Commander Keen, and then they wanted to do something, you know, more serious, more violent, and this was after, the Johns, and also Adrian Carmack, and also, I think one of the programmers on this, was also credited on Catacombs 3D. So, Catacombs 3D was built on an early version of this engine, as was Hover Tank 3D, I believe, which I guess is another thing I could check out at some point, but I'm not sure how long that would keep me entertained. Let me actually go back to the demo, so that you can hear the music of the title screen. That was the beginning of everything. And this will cycle to the staff credits. I am fairly certain, I want to say the original game had demos, but this, I'm playing using, ECWolf. I forgot to put that in my stream title, actually, but there you go. You got the Johns, you got Tom Hall, Adrian Carmack, Jay Wilbur, Kevin Cloud, and I didn't have time to read the other 2 at the bottom, but I want to say the name was Jason? I forget. I might be wrong. We'll wait for it to rotate around again. Who was also a programmer, credited on Catacomb 3D as well, I believe. Now, yeah, I distinctly remember that, like, yeah, Jason Blakowiak. I'm probably mispronouncing that. And, of course, Bobby Prince on music. Fortunately, we have more than one background music track in this game, as opposed to Catacomb. But now I've interrupted my own train of thought, and I forgot where I was going with it. But yeah, so this is the first game, the first FPS game that I, like, remember my dad and I spending a lot of time with in the 90s. And actually, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna stop the whole thing and relaunch it, because, well, first of all, okay, I can't believe I'm a weenie. There are randomized quit messages in this. Dost thou wish to leave with such hasty abandon? I remember that one. I'm gonna restart the game, because I'm pretty sure that with ECWolf it will still show, like, the initialization screen. Not this, I don't mean this one, but right after that. There's, of course, this. Does it not show there? I want to say there was, like, a startup screen with, like, a bunch of, like, maybe it wasn't in this version. I thought there was a startup screen that did, like, a bunch of detection of, like, you know, your sound devices and memory and stuff, or something like that. I guess this doesn't reproduce that. But if we go into the options and stuff, we can still see all of, like, the controls and stuff, like the radio buttons or the toggle buttons that have these, you know, rectangular lights and everything. Like, I just distinctly remember this UI. And, you know, you can say all you want about how far UIs have come in the, what, 32 plus years since this game, but, like, somehow this one always stands out to me. Now, of course, since we are playing with ECWolf, I do have, expanded control options. We have an auto map, which I'm going to try to not use terribly much. You know, I want to still try to get the authentic experience. However, there is an option to show, like, how many kills, treasures, secrets you have. And I've turned that on just so that we can, like, see before we commit to finishing a level, whether I want to finish the level or not. It's a little bit of quality of life. But yeah, so we'll be able to use WASD for this. For some reason, there's 10 weapon slots. I assume that's for mods or something. There's a reload button, also not useful for the vanilla game. I like how there's don't return on escape, and I think it was off by default. Which, I remember when I was playing Blake Stone, I always had to remember to, like, go down to the return to game menu item. This fortunately defaults to, doing, you know, making escape work the way you would expect in, like, most modern games. Or really, most games after Wolfenstein era, because, like, Doom, you just pressed escape to go back to the game. So I've tweaked the sound volume a little bit, hopefully we'll be good on that. This is, of course, somewhat expanded from what you would have seen in the 90s. This, of course, is also expanded. I am playing in 4:3 aspect ratio, so we can have, like, close to the original experience in that regard. And then this is all for the auto map. You can turn on an overlay effect so that you can kind of, like, keep running around while it's on. I find that just really distracting and confusing, and I don't want to lean on it that heavily anyway. You can also make it rotate. I would rather not. So yeah, let's get into this thing. We're gonna see if we can do one episode per day that I stream this, at least. And again, coming from Blake Stone, this is gonna seem like a step down from that. Like, Blake Stone did so much more work, put so much more detail into, like, the textures for stuff. And of course, Blake Stone also had floor and ceiling textures, which this does not. I'm gonna play on Bring 'Em On, we'll see how that goes. I forget, does this actually have... This doesn't have multiple names for these the way that Rise of the Triad did. That was specifically that game that did that, I think. Of course, you do have the different graphics for each skill level. But we'll stick with Bring 'Em On. And we'll bring 'em on. So I decided to keep auto run off by default just because it makes you obscenely fast. I forget, is there a secret in this first room? No, I guess not. For some reason, the wall scanning noise is very loud in this. Alright, so we know that everyone has played Wolfenstein E1M1 at least once, whether it's in this or whether it's Doom 2 Map 31, so we know where the secret exit is. Oh yeah, and so it's always funny looking at the Super NES version because they replaced the dogs with rats. I want to say that the Map 31 version of this in Doom 2 puts a secret in that room. Orc. I mean, of course I feel bad having to shoot dogs, but, you know, they're gonna munch on me if I don't. They're even good boys now. They keep holding the door open for me. Ah, there's the eye! Both Wolfenstein 3D and Blake Stone each have an eye! And there's our second weapon. I mean, of course, we also have the knife, so technically our third weapon. And you gotta remember, if you've played this before, you remember the knife noise. The extremely dinky knife noise. And of course, this game is all about treasure. I mean, so was Blake Stone, for that matter. Like, honestly, I think that's one of the most respectable things Blake Stone did, was they totally leaned into the treasure aspect. But also, like, gave you so much other stuff, other new stuff, like, you know, vending machines and the informants and stuff like that. There isn't any further secret in here, is there? I don't think they would put nested secrets in the first level of the game. Where do you think you're going? Now here's the problem. That woke up everybody in this room. Oh. I very distinctly remember, like, the food pickup noise. And of course, you know, just like with Blake Stone, all of the pickup noises in this are very, like, musical. Because they're also using, like, the ad-lib or whatever. This is just the other door that in the room we came from, right? I remember where most of the secrets in the first level are, but I feel like there's one that I'm not remembering. Yeah, because, like, now we're in the... Like, this is the elevator room. And, of course, we know that the secret exit is here. I've only gotten 2 out of 5 secrets. Although, I think this counts every single push wall as a secret. Yeah, so that's 3 out of 5. And then this is going to be 4 out of 5. And then that's the secret exit. Oh, the other one's also in this room. Okay. Hey, look. A 1-up. Okay. I'm undecided whether I want to actually try to legitimately play with lives, because, like, that's like putting the Gradius effect in your FPS, where, like, you're gonna start from scratch with, you know, with only this weapon, and that's not gonna be fun, ultimately. So I am gonna do saves, just to be safe. Actually got did they just give me another 1-up just for getting 100% of everything? Or did I surpass a score threshold? I'm not actually sure which did that. So, so the first floor, we had very, you know, like, man-made stone structures and stuff. Now we have purple walls, and I'm not sure what to think of that. And of course, this is floor 10, because the secret floor is always floor 10. So, Blake Stone was interesting because each episode had 2 secret floors. One was floor 10 via the elevator. You would get a red key on floor 9, which was always a secret. There's our first, SS guard. Which, I mean, if you didn't... I guess you would typically run into them on, like, the second floor or something, if you didn't get to the secret floor. But yeah, in Blake Stone, the other... In Blake Stone, the other secret floor was always via a teleporter, and it was technically floor 0, I think. Or at least that's how it was labeled. So this floor, I have no idea what the deal with the secrets is, and there's 15 of them. So we're going to be scanning a lot of walls. If we want to try to find them. I'm not necessarily holding myself to getting 100% secrets everywhere. Okay, that was everybody. I guess they do all tend to wake up the moment you enter a room and make noise. I have already forgotten which direction it came from. That direction, the one with dead people. There's a lot of health in there. He's trying to play Counter-Strike there, shooting me through walls. What? There's a secret wall. I don't actually need any of this, but even more supplies. And another secret. I was wondering how long we could go through nested secrets here, but it looks like it's just 2 of them. Oh, wow, nice hiding spot. And again, this is where I give, like, the designers of the later 3 Catacomb games credit, because a lot of times they actually put visual tells on secret walls. That was very much not a thing in Wolfenstein 3D. Or Blake Stone, for that matter. You just scan all the walls. That's a good... Ow! That just did a gazillion damage. I'm gonna go back for those supplies now. That's not back. This is back. In the previous room. Almost dead? Don't worry, just eat a lot of chicken, and it'll be fine. I'm chickening out right now. Okay. So we were going this way when we got shot, weren't we? Actually, that was interesting that his alert sound was still playing when the death sound was playing, and I wonder whether that would be possible on the original engine. Because, like, anytime you pick up items, like, the moment you pick up a second item, the first one's sound cuts off. I should probably save. There's blood on this wall, but it's not a secret. I was like, what the hell is that? Oh, it's a suit of armor. That can't hurt me. I had to run over the food to check the walls. Whoa, 2 of them. Here's something, and here's locked doors that I can't open. Bunch of score. That just shot us way over the 100K mark. Alright, so we gotta come back here when we find a key. I went in here already, right? Yeah. Although, I guess I could eat more food. I don't know if I checked all these. Alright, where else didn't I go yet? Wasn't there the, yeah, there was this door that I didn't go into. Heard some more dudes wake up. Yeah, I figured that was trying to tell me something. There's treasure in front of that one. Oh, and actually, that just opens up to a huge wing. It spans all 3 of them anyway. Just that was actually the point to open it. That seems to be all that was in there, so what else haven't I checked? didn't check this. I don't know how I feel about getting a 1-up for shooting a dog. I guess it might be that every 60k is a 1-up. Does this actually this has a read this. We should read the read this, shouldn't we? 12 minutes in and I haven't read the read this. The hell's wrong with... There's 41 pages of read this. Okay, I should probably stop the timer while I read this. Okay, that's our controls. They even have a table of contents. That's how much stuff is in here. We didn't read the story. We should read the story. This is the epic story of B.J. Blazkowicz, American spy for the Allied forces in World War II. Facing horrific dangers, sometimes he only had a knife and his wits between him and death. His escape from Nazi imprisonment is the stuff of contemporary legend. Herein are the tales of our hero and his nighttime assault on the wagers of chemical war, his assignment to eliminate Otto Giftmacher, the creator of the weapons, his search for the plans to the Giftkrieg or Poison War, and his final battle against the man organizing the insidious war, General I don't know how to pronounce German names. Fettgesicht, I'm gonna guess. Something like that. I know I pronounced the last 3 letters wrong. This is the tale of how B.J. Blazkowicz became a symbol of freedom and justice, how he stood against untold odds and dealt the enemy a crippling blow. Captain William J. B.J. Blazkowicz, you've got a gun and a deadly mission ahead. Good luck. Alright, I have a problem with this picture, though, because we never get to dual-wield those things. Hey, if you make it, you'll have something to tell your grandkids about. If you don't, at least you'll go out in a blaze of glory. Okay, you've got your controls... including menu controls. And then they show you what your weapon numbers are. Holding down the fire button is fun, but short bursts save bullets. Some walls in the prison can be pushed back to reveal hidden rooms. Hold down space to push the wall in front of you. Just think of space as the use key. It will use doors, use elevators, and so on. They explain keys, they explain health items, they explain ammo and weapons. For instance, perforate an SS. Free machine gun. You get a free guy every 40,000 points. Oh, okay. It wasn't 60k, it was 40k. So collect those treasures. You can have a maximum of 9 lives. Apparently, BJ is actually a cat. When you get killed, you lose everything but your gun and start at the beginning of the floor you were on. About id Software. Yes, that's id, as in the id, ego, and superego in the psyche. We think shareware is a fine alternative to the high prices of commercial vendors. For under $12 a game, you can get the hottest, fastest texture map game available. How can you beat that? Well, we'll answer that question in a few months. In other words, stay tuned for their next release. id Software is John Carmack, John Romero on programming, Adrian Carmack on artistry, creative director Tom Hall, manual design Kevin Cloud, chief operating officer Jay Wilbur. I might have to see if I can find the manual online, unless that includes the read this menu. Composer Robert Prince, and additional programming is Jason Blakowiak, who was also credited on Catacomb 3D along with the Johns and Adrian. Episodes 2 and 3. Now you've got the next 2 episodes. Operation Eisenfaust, fight an evil army of undead killing machines, the hideous experiments of the mechanical Dr. Shabs. Then battle the deadly doctor himself. And die for or die. With the Third Reich crumbling around him, Hitler seems bent on taking the world with him. You must charge his gigantic bunker, find him, and end the evil once and for all. And there's your ordering information, more ordering information. Specify which type of floppy disk you want. Also available, you've just purchased 3 more episodes of Wolfenstein 3D, The Nocturnal Missions. In this prequel, BJ must stop a Nazi plan for chemical warfare. Don't miss an action-packed second of it. If you haven't purchased them, relieve your guilt. That's a hell of a phrase. Wolfenstein Hint Book. If you want to know every nook and cranny of every level, get the Wolfenstein 3D Hint Book for only $10. All 6 episodes are shown in exquisite detail. It's also filled with fun facts about it and the development of Wolfenstein 3D. Find out secrets about DJ and get cool tips. Snazzy. It's a very 90s term. This explains the extra 3 missions, which I might not bother to play. They also talk about Spirit of Destiny here, which I am interested in replaying. or playing to begin with, because I don't think I ever played that much of it myself. This new, incredibly challenging Wolfenstein adventure boasts 20 levels, 4 tough bosses, plus new graphics and music for the most amazing Wolfenstein yet. The Spear of Destiny. Legend has it that with this spear, no force may be defeated in battle. BJ must fight the forces in Castle Nuremberg and wrest the spear from Adolf's clutches. Get this amazing adventure for only $35 from Apogee. Check out these great shots from Spear of Destiny. 20 tough levels and 4 bosses, so it is this, like, Planet Strike from Blake Stone was the same exact format as Spear of Destiny. Use your fax machine to order. The official Apogee BBS. Apogee on America Online. All of this is, you know, unfortunately a sign of the times. Watch out! Apogee now has their own official section on Exec PC, the world's largest bulletin board that I've never heard of. Foreign customers, Australian customers, Canadian, United Kingdom, New Zealand, Danish. A friendly reminder, Episode 1 is shareware, the other 5 episodes are not. They are only available from Apogee or of authorized dealers. Please do not distribute Episodes 2 through 6. It's easy to do, but the next game will just cost more if you do it. About Apogee. Our goal is to establish Apogee as the leading distributor of commercial quality shareware games. With enthusiasm and dedication, we think our goal can be achieved. However, we need your support. Shareware is not free software. We thank you in advance for your contribution to the growing shareware community. Your honesty pays. Here's some quotes from the id guys. Adrian Carmack, master of the pixel. Best $20 I ever spent. John Carmack, technical director. This new texture mapping engine for EA is ancient already. I want to work on the holographic world stuff. Jay Wilbur, chief operations officer. Definitely a 5 goddammit game. I wasn't sure whether to read that as 5-star or not, but... John Romero, programming director. There, now those cheat programs won't work. By the way, episode 1, 520. Is he saying you beat the entire episode in 5 minutes and 20 seconds? Tom Hall, creative director. What do you mean we have to do a was John Romero... Hang on. Was John Romero speedrunning in the early 90s before Doom even existed? So, I mean, I feel like Doom plays a big part in speedrunning history. Doom and Quake both, really. And I know OmniGamer talks about that in his, in the book that he wrote, too. But that's pretty interesting to see a speedrunning quote from John Romero, potentially, in Wolf 3D. Tom Hall, creative director. What do you mean we have to do a commercial version? Didn't we just finish 60 levels? I need a Diet Pepsi. Did someone say Butter Bridge? Gotta play it. Drool, drool. What? Kevin Cloud, computer artist. And Tim thought I'd be back in 2 weeks. Ha! Huh. Other id games also available from Apogee. Commander Keen, of course. We did mention that as the previous big project from id. Conclusion. Thanks for playing Wolfenstein 3D. Please support id's efforts in making groundbreaking software available at shareware prices. Now go get them. That is the last page. Okay. We can go back to the game now. And it did answer my question of it's 40k per extra life. That's funny. If I had come through the other door, they would have been waiting for me, but I got the jump on all of them. I'm just realizing something that I thought there was an option for, but now I'm going to have to look for it, because I thought I had turned it off already. It would have to be in here. Here it is. Disable Y-axis. I could have sworn I had already checked that option. I just realized I was moving when I wasn't moving. Like, because of the mouse. There's a dude behind me. I would have been point blanked. Point blanking hurts. At least when they do it. Oh, okay. Wait, what? I was gonna say, there had to be a point to that. Did this just lead to another... Oh my god, is this the room I think it is? That just connected two completely separate parts of the level. Holy crap. So that's pretty damn interesting. Have I been here? No, I haven't.
Mein Leben! Mein Leben!
Oh, I'm almost at max lives already. And we got the key that I'm guessing we needed for, back on the other side of the— What? Wow, jeez, I didn't even really aim for that one. What? Well, I can't even carry those. But it lets me pick them up anyway. Alright, hang on. Isn't this where I came from? It's both lead to the same thing, don't they? No, they don't. What are the chances one of these is a secret? Apparently 0. Okay, I think we actually want to go back this way now. Yeah, it's actually right in here, so that secret is actually super convenient. This seems like a big room. Well, there's the elevator. It's kind of arbitrary that they added a second door right there. Wait, there's, Oh, here's a good question. Oh, shit. Here's a good question. Which direction does the elevator door usually face? Well, that looks like an elevator, so then what the hell is this one? Uh-huh. Is that all of them? Nope. I can't believe we... Well, hello. There's a secret in here, too, so it's not just punishment for guessing incorrectly. Even more extra lives that I don't need. I was gonna say, I can't believe this E1M10 pulled the Doom E2M6. Alright, well, how did we do? We only got, like, 3/5 of the secrets. We killed everything. There's a whole bunch of treasure I missed, apparently. This is where I'm not sure I care enough to go back. Where could we have potentially missed stuff? Possibly around there. How long would it take me to get back there? I mean, I'm kind of using the map the same way I did in Blakestone, as, like, look for areas that look like they have space to potentially be hiding something else. There you go. Okay, that doesn't have treasure, though. Where else? Where else does it look like there's even room to be hiding something? Potentially over there somewhere. But this might be where I just kind of say, nah, I'm good. Where am I right now? I don't think I can really cut through here anyway. It sure feels like there could... No, I guess there isn't actually enough room for anything in there. That all can't be anything. What about here? Doesn't seem like it. Wait, how about there's space for it here, isn't there? Apparently not. I don't know, I got nothing. Alright, somewhere around here was the shortcut, wasn't it? Either that or this is just where that door is to begin with. No, yeah, is it through here? Yeah. Alright, let's just go. We got 10 out of 15 secrets. We missed a bunch of treasure, which I feel bad about. Also, there's no percentage bonuses at the end of the secret stage anyway, so there's just a straight-up bonus for you beat the secret level. Alright, so, floor 2. Gee, this looks a lot like floor 1. Which I guess makes sense, you know? Like, consider that elevators within a building might bring you to similar-looking areas. Except this looks like the other side of floor 1. Why were the dogs trapped? What did the dogs do wrong? Oh man, I remember this ridiculous percussion. Oh, hello. That could have been bad. That's where I started, right? Yeah, okay. Check this already? I think I did. Kid was spacing out. It's a big room. With even more of those 5-way hallways. For some reason, this prison really wants to be a Hanna-Barbera cartoon, where, you know, you got the guys just, like, running through the different doorways at different depths down the screen. So this is where you would first see the SS guards if you didn't do the secret level. These guys have seen better days. Alright, I believe we came from that door. Is there another one behind me? No. Those guys did some damage from that far away. Work. Okay, so that just led us through a bunch of similar length rooms. So wait. Okay, yeah, that also goes to the same place. So yeah, that's just the inside of this hallway. That's where I came from. It's actually funny how even the first two levels, like floor 1 and floor 2, feel very, like they have some rooms that are very similar to each other. That's a lot of dudes. That needs a key. Ow. Have I found any secrets? No, but there's not that many of them either. Every so often I'm going to end up mistaking a plant for one of these guys. Yeah, see, like, their boots and outfit are the same color as the vase and the plant. They did that intentionally. Oh, well, there's the key. I can't believe... I mean, okay, granted, this would be the level that's introducing you to keys. At least if you didn't find the secret level. So that kind of makes sense there. But it's like, I can't believe they're doing the thing where the key is, like, 2 rooms away from where it's needed. That's where we came from. I should double back because there's definitely other stuff I didn't go through back here. Like this, for instance. Well, who else woke up? You guys need to invest in better soundproofing. Or any soundproofing. Well, they certainly are throwing more dudes at me at once. Alright, well, there's nothing underneath the walls in here, seemingly. This is also the same room. You basically want to always be stun-locking dudes. Especially dudes with machine guns, or, you know, assault rifles, etc. Actually, did the in-game help call this a machine gun? I kind of would have reserved that for the fourth, I guess, weapon, third gun. Alright, I definitely heard other dudes wake up. Glad he didn't get the shoot. Cool, I didn't even see him because the door was closing. I already checked that wall. So, like, again, a lot of similar looking rooms here. It's like, this gets to feel samey a lot faster than Blake Stone does. I feel like I'm, like, immediately conscious of it. Which, to be, you know, to be fair, this had fewer graphics to work with, fewer textures, I mean. And, like, the texture work in this is still great. It's just that Blake Stone went so much further with it. Alright, Alright, hang on. Which way were we going? And I think in the later episodes, like in the prequel episodes, they kind of started going to extremes with the map layouts. I think to kind of avoid them from getting too dry. But they may have gone too far to the point where you'd rather be bored than horrendously confused. Got any nested secrets? Doesn't seem like it. Okay. I think we've been through all those rooms. Is that only... Yeah, that's only one of the secrets. The one thing that is pretty remarkable about this is it feels like the levels are bigger than you saw in the Catacomb games. Alright, so we did all that. And yeah, this was just like a whole bunch of dead ends with... I mean, there was treasure in them. Oh wait, I might be going too far back. Actually, no, hang on. Did I never go through... Oh, where the hell did we come from? Oh, I don't want to be in here again. I never went through this door, did I? Oh, now we got the true Hanna-Barbera experience. We've got 3 pairs of doors. Hey, Lunothera, thanks for the raid. How did Repo go today? Did I ever go through here either? I might have gone through here. Yeah, I did. Okay. Alright, I think we're ready to finish this level once I remember which direction that is. I did not go through here. That guy definitely tried to shoot me through a wall. It's actually interesting, like, the proximity at which doors will remain open. Like, this dude doesn't look like he's overlapping with that at all, but it's still staying open. Oh, yeah, I mean, I feel like that's how a lot of those games go. Okay, hang on, weren't there... Oh no, there weren't 2 of those doors, there was just the one. So I still only found 1 of the 4 secrets, right? Yeah. I did kill everything, I did find all the treasure. Like I said, I might not be obsessive about trying to get all the secrets. Sure looks like there could be one over there, though. Wait, is there a door I just totally didn't... No, I must have been in there. I wasn't. Yeah, that's the room with the blue wall that I had to come back to because I had totally ignored it. What about over there? I swear I checked that wall, but I'll check it again. Because it sure seems like there's room for stuff over there. We're still early on into this. My immediate comment, like... Coming into this, I said, like, I hadn't played this on stream partially because I feel like it would get really old really fast. And I definitely already feel that happening. Whereas, like, Blake Stone keeps me completely interested for 6 whole episodes because there's just so much more texture work that is so much more interesting. And there's more enemy variety in Blake Stone as well. Like, it's actually ridiculous how much further Blake Stone went with basically the same formula. But of course, there's also the fact that you can revisit levels in Blake Stone. definitely heard more dudes. I don't know where I heard more dudes. Oh, that actually is a secret. I wasn't sure there'd even be room for secrets here. Also, I guess that... Oh, okay, there's a bunch of tiny rooms in here, actually. Oh, that guy followed me in, I guess. I don't know. Either that or they both came out of here. Okay, so this all goes around it, but then there was room for those 3 rooms in the middle. Is there only the door on the one side? Yeah, it looks like. Oh, wait, and also this. Let's go through this one first. And I mean, to be fair, like, the whole premise is it is a prison, so we're getting multiple floors of prison. Random key, okay. Hope I didn't just turn myself around. Pretty sure this is the way I should be going. Alright, well, key was worth it. Whoa. Okay, I lucked out with that one. That could have hurt a lot more. I know you're in there. There you go. Shot him through the closing door again. The one interesting thing that this game added was there's like certain food items that you can't eat unless you're below a certain health threshold. Oh yeah, I remember when I was playing Blakestone Planet Strike specifically, which had the new item of map battery. I had commented that it sounded like one of the treasure pickups from this game, and it's the cross. That's what I was thinking of. Either that or just the ammo pickup, which like the cross is basically like an elongated pause version of the ammo pickup, pretty much. So was all that a dead end? Yep. Again, I'm trying to at least minimize my use of the map until, like, I'm at the point of, alright, I'll see if there's any places that I blatantly should have looked for secrets. Because, original Wolfenstein did not have a map. Like, even using it to get my bearings is arguably more than I should be using it for. Hello, I haven't been in this room. Hello, there's a secret in here. And there's another secret. Oh, hello. Look at his face. The face when you pick up the good weapon is ridiculous. And each weapon has a different pickup sound, too, because this one is like, you, 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 you. And then the fourth one is, dun, dun, dun. Now, the thing is, I never want to use this weapon except for bosses, because it just chews through ammo like nobody's business. And, like, generally, I want to be efficient and use this one. So unless there's a huge pile of enemies, which we're probably not going to see in the first episode. It's all the third gun is also very loud. But okay, yeah, that's a good secret to find. I feel like there was one specific room that I had wanted to check for. Oh yeah, it was this wall, probably. Wow, he played Ring Around the Rosie really good. I was like, there's definitely a dude here, where is he? It's also ridiculous just how much extra area there can be. It's like, I already found the key. Actually, I don't remember if I found the door in this one that needed the key yet, though. There it is. Okay. By the way, I've stopped getting extra lives, even though it makes the sound because I'm at 9 lives. And BJ is not allowed to outrank cats in the pecking order. So he stops at 9 lives. I do want to go back for the moment. I feel like there's other rooms I haven't checked. I wanted to check that wall mostly, but... That's a lot of guys. Anyone else? There's 10 enemies I haven't killed. I reckon maybe we should poke around this floor some more. Like, clearly there is an area of it I haven't explored. And, like, that's the thing is you kind of have to, like, you almost have to take this game from a dungeon crawling perspective or something. Even though there's, like, there isn't really much incentive to it. It's like, okay, I found the elevator, that's it, I can go now. But it's like, there's just so much ground to cover on some of these maps. Can I go through here? Oh. That's where the other enemies are. More treasure, too. Picking up that health is going to be such a waste. But I Probably doesn't matter. Yeah, I killed everything. Four out of 10 on secret walls. Oops. Take a quick look at where I might have overlooked stuff. I'm probably just gonna go for the elevator, though. Actually, there's a... Oh, wait, no, I did get in there. There's a big gaping hole there. And another one there. So yeah, there's definitely places I could have missed stuff. I'm just gonna move on. I mean, it already seems likely that we could counter-stop. Wait, what? I heard another door open. Yeah, that guy. I was wondering if they would ever do that, because I feel like in Blake Stone they do that. But I'm not sure what the deal is with, like, sound traveling through doors or not. That could have been bad. Wait, there's health back there. They actually, like, signposted a secret. I feel like that's the first actually signposted secret in the entire game. And it's an important one, too, because it's your second... Well, maybe even more. Maybe I missed some, but at least your second opportunity to get the big gun. Which way did I come from? Right, because that was the door on the right. Okay, that just connects to the other door. And that's all that was in here. I did check these walls, right? I think so. Wait, I didn't... Oh, there was one. I feel like that secret was to make up for the dogs not dropping ammo. Alright, that's where I came from. Now that should have been the left door, so we should be going this way. how big this... That was a lot of voices. Look at how big this place is. That could have been bad. Okay, and there's just a big gun right there. Where did you come from, buddy? So clearly the doors aren't doing anything for sound blockage now. But yes, this level kind of feels like a step up. At least they're weaving health through these rooms to compensate for the amount of enemies. Oh, that actually leads out there. That's fascinating. Okay. Oops. Do these technically fit something inside? Yes, I guess so. That actually has a door. Good concept. Oh, that is... Wait. Were there only two of them? There were only two of them. Okay. That's back in here. Anything else in here? Also, I have a feeling this engine allows you to, like, go unnaturally fast if you strafe run. Haven't been in here, have I? Wow, didn't expect to get him through the door like that. Or through the wall, even. It's only 2 units wide, right? At least on those sides, so I don't think this could be hiding anything. Oh, that's where it came from. Wow, I'm actually getting... I was halfway down on ammo, even without using the big gun. That's a lot of dudes. I got away pretty cleanly on that, surprisingly. Okay, we need a key for that. Interestingly, this game doesn't actually, like, tell you which key you need. You just gotta know which key is which for these doors. Which I think we needed the gold key for the lighter doors, so... this probably needs the silver key. How did I come in here before? I guess this was how I came in here before. And those all go through to this room. This was the really big place? Okay. And these all tie together. Wait, did I go in here? I reckon I did. Well, that's the other problem with this is, like, things will blend together even more so than they do in Blackstone. Because there is a lot of texture reuse, so I never went through this door. Oh. Turns out there was a lot less going on in this door, but there was one very important thing there. Okay. How have I done? I'm around half of the secrets. Alright, so how do we go back now? This is actually it. I don't trust you. Really? No more enemies? I did kill everything. I didn't even pay attention to that stat. Alright, where does it look like we missed stuff? Oh, there's like an entire section here. Okay, so did I not check that wall? I don't know that I really feel like going back. I feel like I had at least checked the blue walls, though. But it looks like there could have been space to hide stuff there, too. Actually, I need to pick up the pace because now I'm falling behind the idea of counter-stopping. I'm not getting enough bonuses and treasure. And I gotta remember that probably a lot of that score came from floor 10. Well, on one of the 3 episodes, I imagine we'll be able to counter-stop. So now we've already cycled back to floor 1's music, I think. And meanwhile, this is the same structure as the previous floor, except now there's barrels. Whoops, that's where I came from. Before we go through there... Excuse you. I'm gonna say, I thought I heard multiple dogs, but this one was all the way over here. And he was packing heat, dude. I suppose those guys are a little bit camouflaged in that room. Alright, I kind of want to, like, poke into all of the shallower rooms first. This probably connects to the other area we just saw. That guy was really stubborn. Alright, so now we're starting to double dip. Oh, food. Ow.
Mein Leben!
Oops. I think that room was begging for a secret, but no, apparently not. Alright, well, clearly our objective here was the key. Beginning. Okay, that does cut through to that. All three of these go to that room? Yeah. I was like, where the heck is there still a dude left? I thought he was furniture. Whoa. Wow, I'm lucky he didn't really nail me. In fact, he completely missed, apparently. Probably should have thought about using this gun for that. I'm still hovering around half ammo, though. Okay, so this, I should probably back out. Look at how many dudes there are in here, though. Okay, that is the elevator. Alright, so we'll save since we have found the elevator, but let's see what else exists on this floor. Because there's definitely other places I have not been yet. That's where I came in from before. Alright. The beds that almost look like Super Nintendo. They just need more purple. That would be something if the Super Nintendo version actually made the beds look more like Super Nintendo. I don't know if the Super Nintendo version even has the beds, though. Come on. Oh, I guess there technically was a room in there already, so there's nothing to find there. I wonder how many people, like, drew maps in the 90s for these. Or, I guess, alternatively, bought the guide that has the maps, I think. I found myself back here again. I still think there's probably... Yeah, there's still, like, a third of the enemies left to kill. I want to at least go for 100% kills. Now I just keep finding that one room, though. Oh, that's right, because I have to go back this way. That's what I'm getting fooled by. So, that's all the same. All those three doors go to the same place. This is where I came from, I believe. Did I go through here? Yes, but I might not have gone further than here. Hey, look, it's a well. It doesn't take us to another level, though. I can't believe this isn't catacombs. Alright, well now we're back at the beginning of the level. Didn't I go through all this already? This is where I found the key. Yeah, I remember doing all this. The very beginning. So if there's gonna be more stuff, I think it's gonna be in here somewhere. That's what leads there. What didn't I do? It sure feels like I've been everywhere on the map, and yet I'm missing a third of the enemies. Is there a door that I blatantly didn't go through? If not, then there has to be enemies within secrets, which seems kind of interesting. Very suspicious about, like... I mean, there's an entire section of the map missing here. Come on. And I swear I've checked all the walls in the wooden area. I wonder if I didn't check the wall right before the exit, actually. Alright, where else did I want to check, though? I remember checking that wall. I remember checking this too. Yeah, that can't be a thing. This is what I wanted to look at. Kinda thought I checked that already too, anyway. And there's this. Nothing. So nothing. Okay, and this is the room before the exit. There we go. Was the other thing I had asked was, like, could there be something right before the exit? Like, in the exit room. Yeah, there's just a ton of guys in here. And also doors. And more guys. Wary of what I have gotten myself into. There's more locked doors. That's fascinating. Where'd you come from, buddy? Oh, are they backing in and out of here trying to get me? Sure are. Where was that guy? Oh, and there's treasure in every single one of these. Big secrets in this one. I mean, that was one secret push wall, and it led to all of this. Dogs, you're not treasure. Still another dude wandering around. I finally have full ammo again. Just how many of these are there? There's like 4 per side. Yeah, there really are 4 per side. Alright, we cracked 400k. Even more dogs. Excuse you. Again, the dogs are the one enemy I feel bad about having to shoot in this game. And I'm sure there is a reason they exchanged dogs with rats in the SNES version. I am kind of curious to play the SNES version. Because I know I rented it once and I got pretty far, but I didn't have time to finish it. And it's structured very differently. And I think all the levels are different. The music's also different, and like, the music and sound effects are honestly pretty dinky in the SNES version. And of course, it's gonna be like painfully low resolution. Alright, I think that's it for... yeah. That big missing area on the map is no longer missing. That was 1 out of 5 secrets, but we've got most of the treasure in the map. And we did kill everything, which again is my #1 goal. We're here to kill Nazis. Killing their treasure is secondary. I forget if there was a bonus in addition to the 10k per, like, was it just 10k per 100%, or was it actually more if you got multiple? There's a dude right there. Actually, if I'm not being super... obsessive about secrets, maybe we can do more than 1 episode per day, but nah, we're gonna be... we definitely wouldn't be able to fit a full 2 episodes today, that's for sure. Didn't I hear a dog before? I don't know what happened to me. Yeah, I was gonna say, that has to be something. That looks way too blatantly just there. One health, 2 health. Okay, that's it. I was gonna say, there were more dudes here. One thing I will say is the sword port seems to like to bounce a lot off of walls. I'm assuming that wasn't necessarily how the original behaved, although I would have trouble remembering. But generally, these source ports stand the test of time a lot better in terms of controls. Like, that's all that was in there. I will say the brick walls look very nice. Okay, how did I get in here again? Possibly that way? Okay, yeah, we don't have that key. Oh, there's the dogs. Okay. That's where we started. Okay. Why does it feel like they only woke up when the other guy died, not when I started shooting? Maybe I should finish investigating this room first. For some reason, those treasures didn't make noise when I picked them up. Oh, what's this? I think this would be too small to really have a secret. Okay, I think we can go investigate these now. Come to think of it, I guess even the doors in Blakestone are more interesting, because there's multiple types of doors, too. The doors actually vary by the area theme. Whereas in this, it's all one type of door. And then the Blakestone doors can open from the center and stuff too, right? I don't remember if they all open from the center. They might. Say there had to be somewhere I hadn't gone through yet, and that one's important. Still seems like there ought to be something hiding back there. I even been in here yet? Yeah, I have. Right, that's where that hallway was. Did I see a locked door already? I forget. Feels like there's gotta be something else in there, but maybe this already... There's like all that space there. this was this area again. Oh, right. This isn't the right key, though, is it? I guess it is. I like how he just shot at the wall for a good 2 seconds. Alright, we have to have missed something, right? I missed 2 enemies. And also 2 secrets. Where could I have missed 2 whole enemies? They could just be wandering around in this whole place or something. Actually, yeah, did I go through everything in here? This was where we started, wasn't it? No, actually, this is the food room I kept coming to by accident. Over here was the secret. There's really nothing hiding in there. This seems like there should be something hiding in here. But I swear I checked all this already. Yeah, and this wall was throwing me off before, too. Like, I checked that wall thinking that there has to be something there. Did I not check this wall? Oh, check that, too. But there's oddly a bunch of open space down there, and I swear I checked all the walls there. There's also a big empty area at the bottom right. How do I get back there? I always have so much trouble getting out of here. Alright, so we want to check... Was it over there? What side was it? Actually, yeah, look at all this empty space. There's gotta be something huge here. Where am I? Even with the map, I'm confused. Okay, I'm over there. I must have already checked that. Am I back in... Oh no, this isn't the room that I thought it was. So this will not have secrets. It's this that could. But it doesn't. Yeah, and I did check this before, because I checked the walls in here, too. And there's nothing. I already checked these, too, didn't I? What have I not checked? Actually, there's a... Is there just a door I haven't gone through at the end of that? Could that have the other 2 enemies? I just... How did I shoot these guys and then never go through the door? There's the 2 guys. Can't believe I slept on the sleeping quarters. Alright, well that's all the kills, which is really all I care about. I've missed 2 whole secrets, but only 1 treasure. Yeah, what? Look at this big empty space here. I guess there really may just be a big empty space. Yeah, because I checked those walls too. I remember checking those. Alright, where the hell was the exit? I don't remember. Oh, right, it was over there. It was right next to the door I just went into. Wait. That can't be right. That is right? That is right. See, this is the problem with things looking too much the same. I thought that was a different doorway. Alright, 3 floors left to the episode. Again, repeated music here. So many doors. Even more doors. Locked doors. Good lord. Okay, we're already getting out of hand here. But that's just the thing, it's just like Wolfenstein 3D is kind of just doomed to always feel like a series of rooms and hallways with doors that lead to more rooms and hallways. And, like, it doesn't really feel like much more than that. Which, I mean, to be fair, Blake Stone should arguably feel the same. And yet somehow I don't feel... It doesn't feel nearly as, like, suffocating. There's a dude. Can I not... I was gonna say, I should be able to shoot through those. This should be like Blake Stone. Hi, where did you come from? This is actually an interesting room, though, because, like, clearly there's multiple ways through here. So, yeah, like, the size of the levels is probably the most impressive thing, but then you just think about having to, like, go through all these hallways that look very similar to each other. And this sort of reinforces the thing where when they started making Doom, they had to sort of break themselves out of the habit of making a lot of rectangular structures. And yet, Doom Episode 1, I still feel like holds the most nostalgia to me out of the 3 episodes. And it has the most rectangular structures, but they're still far more interesting than these. Because, of course, you've got more textures, you've got verticality, which you don't in these games. I don't know. Somehow I feel like Blake Stone may have done more to make, like, the hallways feel different in terms of size. Like, you would typically have, like, one really big hallway network near the elevator, and then beyond that, things would quickly get more varied. Oh, hello. I literally shot at the wall because I couldn't tell which one was moving, and I was kind of, like, confused. Oh, right, that was the wall. That's it for that room, I guess. There's clearly more dudes. I don't know where. And sometimes you get rooms that have, like, multiple doors into the same area, too. I was gonna say, I heard a door open.
Mein Leben!
Through all those, now I'm just going in a circle.
Mein Leben! Mein Leben!
I feel like I heard more than 2 of them. Is it really only 2? Maybe it was really only 2. Alright, well, we got a key. This is the same circle that I was going in before. Audio penning plays such a huge part, even in this game. Hi, where'd you come from? Over there, seemingly? Was I? I was definitely in here before. What? Okay. Yeah, there's definitely some parts of here I haven't been in, clearly. Oh, that's the middle of that hallway, isn't it? That we saw the one side of from here. Well, we have a key. I feel like it's not consistent which type of door the lock, which type of locked door the keys are for. I've seen the gold key. I feel like we've only gotten the gold key in this episode, and yet it has worked for both light and dark doors. All right, let's go back through the middle of that room because that seems interesting. I haven't been on that side, have I? Well, let's wait. Oh. Did I seriously go around the other way? Yeah, I went around like a side route. Because, like, this is where the starting elevator is. And yet I don't remember going through that hallway. I think I went around this way. Hey, look, stuff. Were they all dark doors, or have I now opened both light doors and dark doors with the same key? Something doesn't make sense. I thought it was one type of key to each type of door. Oh, there's the elevator. Yeah, no, there's a light door. Dark door, light door. And also now I'm over here again. So this all kind of interconnects, and the exit is over there. I have actually killed everything, and I've gotten all the treasure, too. There is one secret I haven't gotten. So I have accidentally did good at this level. I have accidentally done good at this level. I have accidentally done bad at grammar. Here we go this way. I'm seriously wondering, though, did I never get to the other side of those columns? Maybe if I go this way, because this should be... Yeah, if I go this way, we should get there. And... wait. Okay, and that's what leads there. But I had already been here, too. I'm so confused. I guess I had gotten to the other side without even realizing it. Alright, well, I'm probably not going to worry about the one secret remaining, I guess. Always check the room before the elevator, though. What does the map look like, actually? There's a big gaping hole at the top. That could have been something. I thought I checked those walls, though. There's a big gaping hole there, too. That wall I probably didn't check. So it could have been that. Oh, I didn't pay attention. My screen preview is fail whaling. So much for that. I didn't pay attention to what the bonus was for the second... For the, well, treasure. Alright, again, music is repeat. So we've really only had, like, enough music for half of the episode. I was gonna say, it sounded like more than 2. So remember, this is Wolfenstein 3D, this is not Doom, so there is one more level after this. That's where the dog was. There were so many skeletons in this place. It's like, how long have these people been here? Of course, it was probably, like, partially a thing to, like, keep the game clean to a certain extent. Of course, Doom went heavier on the gore of varying levels of decay. Oh, 2 things, holy crap. I betcha they'll just give us the big gun on the 9th floor. Another one. And a 1 up. Suddenly I'm tripping over all the secrets. I mean, there can't really... Well, no, they might be able to fit something in there. Probably not, though. Alright, that's where I actually came from. Have I been here? Nope. Well, I really turned the tables on those guys. Am I back in... No, I'm not back in the first area. And for that matter, I feel like there's a bunch of other doors in the first area that I haven't gone through. Dude, what? I'm just really curious if there's ever going to be an enemy in the elevator. I don't remember if they ever pulled that in this game. Obviously, it was very common in Doom maps to have an enemy right in front of the exit switch. Alright, so we did find the exit. I've been saving, but, like, nothing has killed me yet. We'll see if that changes on level 9, I guess. It'll probably change on later episodes. And again, this is the 3rd difficulty, bring them on. I think that's the difficult. I want to say I played Blake Stone on that difficulty. I might have turned it down for the when I played the modded levels. Okay, have I been in here at all? No. A whole other set of hallways that I haven't been in and didn't need to be in. So yeah, this is how you would get the 5 minutes and 20 seconds that John Romero was bragging about. Is if you know which way to go, there's a whole bunch of crap you don't need to do. But we need to kill all the Nazis in the game. One of these days, one of these little pockets is gonna have a secret. But it is not this day. Wait, is that where I came from? Okay, but they're also dead. This just wraps around, doesn't it? Yeah, okay. And that's all probably rooms on the inside already. Alright, hang on. Is there more stuff for me to do in here? That's that. That might be all this is. Before I go that way, what else was this way? Okay, that was this. How am I doing on... I've missed 2 enemies. 4 out of 13 secrets, 1 out of 18 treasure? Good lord. Must be another big one somewhere. We gotta find the enemies, though. The thing is, they have had instances of enemies behind secrets, so... At this point, anything is possible. Hang on, did I check? I didn't know if I checked for secrets inside of secrets. Every so often I hear the door close down and I think I'm hearing a secret opening. Alright, hang on. This is where I just came out of. Well, there's nothing else there, so I guess we're going back again. I don't think there can be any more stuff in there. What about back here? There's probably rooms I haven't been in here. Oops. Okay, I've been in those. This was the two secrets right next to each other. And now we're back toward the beginning. I already checked that room for stuff. Apparently I never went in here. And there's both enemies and treasure. Would have been funny if the secret was in there too. That was... Well, now we've accounted for 2/3 of the treasure, and almost 2/3 of it was in that room. Alright. I'm good with that if we don't end up finding the secret, but I guess we can see if there's anything worth checking on our way back. I swear I already checked this. Yeah, I did. There is a big hollow area here that could be something, but I've checked that before. Check that too. There you go. I never bothered checking this room. You get nothing. And nothing again. And nothing a third time. I was waiting for one of these. I was expecting this maybe on floor 10 where there were like 15 secrets. Well, we accounted for all the enemies, so we know they're not going to troll us. But what the heck are we doing here? Uh-huh. And suddenly we've 100%ed everything. Alright, I need to pay attention to the score this time. And now I also have to get the heck out of here. All that in a room that just had 2 health kits, and I thought there was nothing special about it. That'll show me. Am I going backwards by accident? Yep, I am. I turned the tables on myself. Yeah, this way. Alright, so what do we get? 10k for the first. Another 10k. Another... It's always 10k. I guess the big question will be, what is the boss going to be worth? Alright, now this, of course, is its own music. And should feel very familiar to anybody who has ever played this before. We've already had one song that riffs off of existing anthems, and this riffs off a whole ton of them. And also, if you've played Doom 2 Map 32, this should also look familiar to you. Are there dudes here? No. I thought there were secrets, though. Maybe there's only one. There might only be one. got your big gun again, and we're actually going to use that this time. Because we've got a boss. But at least he's polite. That sure is a noise. Yep, I got decimated. Don't let him catch up to me. Where is he? Okay, he's still over there. Basically, don't let him have line of sight to you for too long. We got him. And he gave us a key. I have to wonder if the sound of his guns isn't quite that overwhelming in DOS. Because it's basically just a bunch of the, regular troops' pistol sounds overlapped a gazillion times in a row. Suppose I could get more health, not that it should matter. But yeah, so this gun... Actually, it's not that much louder. I was expecting it to be worse. So just the sound of the music is actually really loud. Louder than any other music in the game. There's another secret in his room. With a 1-up that you're gonna need if you try to take that while he's still alive. Okay, we got everything in this level. And then... freedom!
Yeah!
Alright, and then you have the different music at the end, too. Averages across levels, 100% kills. Like I said, that's really what I'm going for here. Funny how that registered as somehow less than an hour and a half in game time? Given that I don't think I ever reloaded, that seems to... Maybe it's not counting the time that I'm looking at the map. But I don't think I spent that much time looking at the map, either. Alright. Congratulations, you run out of the castle and hook up with the underground. They inform you that the rumors were true. Some hideous human experiments were seen around Castle Hollowhammer. So Operation Eisenfaust is real. You must journey there and terminate the maniacal Dr. Shabs before his undead army marches against humanity. More Wolfenstein, and in Episode 3, Hitler hides in his titanic bunker as the Third Reich crumbles about him. It is your job to assassinate him, ending his mad reign. And if you like Wolfenstein, you'll love the prequel trilogy of Nocturnal missions, 30 more action-packed, super challenging levels. Yeah, they kind of mean that part. Oh. I guess I should number the episodes again like I did with Blake Stone, because I think the high scores persist. Alright, so that was Episode 1.